Hey everybody, it's Paul here, and I've been a little bit heavily focused on tool reviews lately and just kind of realized that, and I thought I'd get out here and actually make a project since that's the real name of the game with all these tools. So today I am making a bottle opener, and I just love making these things. It's one of my favorite projects on the lathe. I came up with this design a couple of years ago as one of these kind of production holiday projects where you can crank out a bunch of them in a short period of time. It's got a couple neat aspects to it. One is the opening mechanism is a penny, actually a couple pennies for rigidity. And that is neat for a couple reasons. One, it doesn't cost an arm and a leg to crank out a bunch of these. And two, it gives you a great way to personalize the project for someone by choosing a penny with a special date, whether it's the year they were born or graduated, or I've made these as wedding gifts and put the year that the couple was married. Really like that kind of personal touch. Also, there's a magnet concealed under this contrasting wood plug, and the bottle cap sticks to it after you open it up. So that's kind of neat too. So very easy project once you have the process down. I'm going to walk you through step by step. I'm also going to provide a source for any of the tools used in this video and the hardware, the screws, the magnets, etc. You can even find pennies of any year that you want out on eBay. So I have ordered up a bunch of different ones for different people. I even keep some on hand. A penny costs you a fair bit more than a penny on eBay, but they don't break the bank either. So it's super easy to find exactly the years that you're looking for your project. So all that said, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to get started over here on the lathe. I've got a Revo 1216 lathe from Laguna, and we're going to, even though I consider this to be a turning project, we're going to spend a small portion of the time actually here on the lathe and probably more time over on the drill press. But yeah, in any event, I have a chunk of soft maple actually from my backyard set up on the lathe here. It's 1 1/8 inch square by 8 inches long. And first thing I'm going to do is just turn it round and except for about maybe 3/4 of an inch or so on each end. Everything else is going to be the largest spindle that I can get out of this 1 1/8 inch blank. So let me get my face mask on and get ready to rock and roll. Alright, that's round enough for now. We're round on the barrel end, which is really the critical piece for now, and we've left, about a 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch at each end, flat and square, so we're going to use that to our advantage on the drill press later. So now I'm going to just mark off the overall dimensions of the project. So we're shooting for in the neighborhood of 4.5 inches long. So and we divide that in half. So there's our halfway point, and here is the end. And then this will be the handle, so we're going to just kind of scoop that out a little bit with a spindle gouge. All right, I'm just going to put a couple of grooves in there that I'll use for wire burning in a little bit. With some 320 paper. It's pretty well smooth, so I'm just going to kind of touch it up a little bit with some 320, and then I'll burn it. All right, there I had just spun it up to about 2,000 RPM, did a little bit of wire burning, and now we're done at the lathe. I'm just going to remove it, and we're going to head over to the drill press and take our next steps there. All right, before I do anything on the drill press, I'm going to give myself a couple witness marks. So the first one is going to be, and I'm measuring off of this burned line as my baseline, and the first witness mark will be at 5/8 of an inch from that baseline. And the next one would be at 1 5/8 from the baseline. And make sure those are an inch apart, and I'm a little bit off there. That's the real critical bit, is that these two witness marks are an inch apart. All right, and then I made this little doohickey. And this is basically a board with a couple of dowel pins in there that are wide. They're far enough apart to straddle this, and they're going to sit flat on the bench. So basically I'm going to get that nail lined up with my witness mark, and what this is going to do is give me a better witness mark, exactly centered over the barrel. And then just give it a little tap. And I'm a little bit off, but that's okay. I'm just going to make sure that I'm a little bit short on this side as well, so that they are an inch apart. All right, let me just double check and see that those are an inch apart, and they are, and they appear to be top dead center. And that's what we're going for. So we'll get it up on the drill press. All right, the first bit that I have chucked up is a 3/4 inch Forstner bit, and I'm going to be on my first witness mark closest to the burn line, and I'm going to drill deep enough to embed a penny. And so I'm going to be attaching 2 pennies, so I want to make sure to get this one deep enough to completely bury the first one. All right, I'd say that's about right. Okay, so then the next bit that I'm going to chuck up on the drill press is a 1 3/8 inch Forstner bit. And that one we're going to center on the next hole. And I'm just going to double check that and make sure that I'm getting about an 1/8 inch overlap into the penny hole, and I am. And that'll make more sense in a little bit. All right, the depth that I'm going for there is 3/8 of an inch. And I'm not quite there. I think that the height of the bit itself, it's a 1/2 inch. So, yeah, another 1/16 or so. It's okay to go a little bit too deep. It's not okay to go a little bit too shallow. because going too shallow means your bottle cap isn't going to fit in there. All right, we're plenty deep there. All right, next I'm going to chuck up a 3/8 inch Forstner bit. And this is going to go right into the dimple that we left from the last bit. And we're not going to go very deep on this, about maybe a 1/4 inch or so. Over at the bandsaw, our work is pretty easy. We're going to just follow this line that was left behind by the 1 3/8 inch Forstner bit. Plug cutter mounted up in the drill press, and I'm going to just make, I only need one, but when I'm doing these I just make a bunch of them so I have them on hand. Alright, now I'm going to just take this 3/8 inch rare earth magnet and I'm going to drop it into that hole, and I'll use a small screwdriver to press it down in place. A little dab of glue in the hole, and I will put a little dab of glue around the perimeter of one of these plugs. And alright, next up we're going to just put a little finish on. You can use pretty much whatever you want on this tiny project. I'm going to put a little pure tung oil on there. I just love this stuff. Alright, the finish is all dry. Now we're going to mount the pennies onto the bottle opener. And that will be the mechanism that pops the cap off. So I used 2 pennies, and the reason being that when I was first started making these, I was using 1 penny and it was not enough. The penny was actually getting folded from the pressure of opening the cap. There's a trick to drilling holes through the pennies that are going to perfectly center the pennies. Now I'll credit my father Vern of Vern's Wood Goods with this trick. Because I was struggling to kind of eyeball it, and I would sometimes get it pretty good, other times not so good. So let me just show you this trick. Alright, start by taking your perfect penny size 3/4 inch Forstner bit and drilling a recess into a piece of scrap that is deep enough to hold the penny, kind of lock it into place, but not so deep that the penny is fully recessed. So in other words, you want the penny to be sticking up a little bit proud of the surface. And then we're going to take that recess that you cut, and there will be a dimple in the middle, and then you're going to take your drill bit, and the size of that drill bit is 9/64 of an inch, and you're going to drill that all the way through. Alright, and then we're going to take it over to the drill press. And actually you probably should do that step at the drill press. Alright, now I just have a piece of scrap wood that I'm going to set underneath this, and then I've got the penny sitting in the recess on that jig, and I'm going to just set that down flat. So the reason that the penny sits proud is so that it won't spin. If it's recessed all the way down in that hole, then the penny will spin when you hit it with the drill press. And we're just going to take this the drill bit, same drill bit that we used to pre-drill the hole in the jig, 9/64, and we're going to pop a hole in that penny. go. That hole is perfectly centered in the penny, and now I'll just do the other one. All right, now we're going to go into the recess where the penny is going to be mounted, and where that dimple is, we're going to come in with a 5/64 drill bit, and we're going to pre-drill. Just going down a 1/2 inch or so is fine. And then you're going to want to make sure to pick the penny that you want to showcase based on the date and maybe the quality of the penny on top. And so we're going to hit this with a little bit of this Tight Bond, Instant Bond wood adhesive. I really love this stuff. I use the thick for stuff like this. It has a really good grab for wood and metal. And a little dab will do ya. Put the first penny in place, and then I put another little dab. And this is a bronze coated number 4 by 5/8 inch length screw. These are just perfect for this project. I'll provide you a link down below. It was not easy finding just the perfect screw for this, but the color of this bronze really matches up nicely against the penny, and so I like to use these. All right, the glue's all set up. It's the moment of truth. Wish me luck. All right, opens fine. Bottle cap sticks perfectly to the magnet. Nice little parlor trick. So, thanks so much for watching. I hope you give this a try, and if you do, please send me a picture that I can post over on the Facebook page over at Tool Metrics on Facebook. Meanwhile, I hope you subscribe to the channel. Come back for more woodworking, DIY, and tool-related videos. Thanks for watching.